I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at Stock Market Mentor on Saturday, June 23rd. And first of all, before we get to Alexion here, I want to mention I was teaching, one of the speakers anyway, at Warden's workshop in Anaheim on Friday and then today. And I mentioned in that workshop, I had a PowerPoint presentation that a lot of people didn't have a chance to see. I'd taught yesterday and then some today, etc., etc. And so I said, you know what? If you want it, then just I'll send you an email or Gary will send it. But we've had so many of them that what we're going to do instead is, and this is to those folks who are either members get everything, or on a free trial. It doesn't matter to me, but I'll hang it on the website. And it'll be plain to see. I'll have Gary take care of it as far as where it actually is. But I'm going to put that PowerPoint on the website for members and those on trial memberships to check out and see. And it'll include some of my notes as well. So I'm confident that it's going to help you become a better trader, particularly in a really expletive-deleted market like we have right now. I mean, this is just a really tough market. So anyway, I'm going to do what I can to help you out. Okay, back to Alexion here. This is, and every time I talk about this over the past several months, I always mention this because you got to give credit where credit is due. Cramer, in December, went through all these different stocks, and I helped him with the technicals, and at the end of the day, he was choosing between Alexion and some other stock. It was an energy stock. Frankly, I don't even know which one it was, and doesn't that tell you all you need to know? As far as his stock of the year for 2012, the one stock that you really want to own. Well, this thing's up over almost 35% this year. And so kudos to Cramer for getting people into that stock. Now what do we do, though? I think this stock has given you an opportunity to buy. Here's why. You get the uptrend there. You get a little pullback. I guess you could call this a cup, or a hup if you want to. I'd prefer a cup, with like a little tiny handle here. This is an opportunity to buy. The stock's been in consolidation for the last couple months, right? Now, it's not pulled back. In fact, it's come back, just last week. Boom, we got a breakout. Ooh, that was a fake out. Well, not really. We had a 2 days down. And then Friday, what'd this thing do? It came down basically to this prior resistance level. So it effectively tested this resistance. Hey, is it new support? I would say the answer is yes. So you can be a buyer right now with a stop below Friday's intraday low of 92.75. You keep a stop just a little bit below that, just as a nod to risk management. You got to have some kind of stop on your stock. But keep in mind that last Wednesday, the high was what? 99.41, basically $100. So we've got about $4 overhead from where this stock is right now. We've got some resistance. We've got a ceiling. We also have, though, on the weekly chart, we got a pretty nice uptrend here. So what are the chances? What are the odds? What's the probability of this being the top right here, right now? I don't really see any evidence that that would be the case. It could happen. I guess if a stock's going to top out, might as well do it at 100 as opposed to 95 or 102. But what I would suggest doing is just sticking with the trend. Use Friday's intraday low as your loss management level here, 92.75. You keep a stop a little bit below that, and you're not going to get hurt. By the way, you take the stock, and then if it starts to move up, and by the way, remember this week is Obamacare week. That stuff will move the market a little bit. Certainly Alexion. I just don't know which way it's going to move it, up or down. But I know patterns, and this is a bullish pattern. So if this stock starts to move higher, you take some stock now, and then if it starts to move higher, then you take a little more. You've got a little bit higher cost basis than 95.95, but guess what? You're a winner. You've got a profit that you're in, and that's what you want. And then gradually, as the stock moves higher, you can add a little bit more, and gradually build your position. But you're building that position from a position of strength. You have a profit as opposed to averaging down. Oh, well, I'll just buy more when it goes down, and then I'll buy more, and then I'll buy more. It's just it's way too much brain damage. Why do you want to do that? Instead, buy a stock that's going up. And how do you do that? You take a small position to begin with. 50% of your normal position size, 30%, whatever the case may be. You take that position, you use Friday's intraday low as your reference, keep a stop a little bit before that. Then if Alexion does what you think it's going to do, go ahead and add to that winning position. Any questions?